Firefly only stuck around for one season, but it was more than enough to introduce a group of characters that became unforgettable, in large part thanks to the performances of the cast. Created by Joss Whedon, Firefly is a space western drama that premiered on the Fox network in 2002. Unfortunately, Firefly was cancelled after only 11 episodes of the 14 produced ones aired, but it has now become a cult classic and is widely regarded as a show that was cancelled too soon. Luckily, it spawned a franchise that expanded with a movie and a series of comic books. Firefly takes the audience to the year 2517 to follow the crew of the Serenity, a Firefly-class spaceship. The crew are survivors of a civil war, having fought on the losing side, and now make a living on the fringes of society. The crew is joined by new passengers in the first episode of Firefly, who go on to become part of the team and this one-of-a-kind family, doing their best to survive across space. The cast of Firefly is full of familiar talents, many of whom became bigger stars after the show was cancelled. Nathan Fillion as Malcolm Reynolds. Date of birth, March 27, 1971. Active since 1993. Actor, Nathan Fillion was born in Edmonton, Alberta. Fillion's big break was playing Mal Reynolds in Firefly, a role he reprised in the movie Serenity. Fillion teamed up with Whedon again when he played Caleb in the final episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and in 2006, he starred in James Gunn's comedy horror movie Slither. On the big screen, Fillion's most notable roles are the Holy Avenger in Gunn's dark superhero comedy Super, Green Lantern in various animated movies and in Gunn's Superman, and TDK in The Suicide Squad, also directed by Gunn. On TV, Fillion's most notable roles are Dr. Mayfair in Desperate Housewives, Richard Castle in Castle, Raina Shine in Modern Family, Gary West in Santa Clarita Diet, John Nolan in The Rookie and the Rookie, Feds, Alton West in The Recruit, and Guy Gardner in DC's live action TV show Lanterns. A character, Mal Reynolds is the captain of Serenity and fought in the Unification War against the Alliance, alongside Zoe. He's a skilled fighter and won't hesitate to steal or kill to keep his freedom, but he's fiercely loyal and protective of his crew. Gina Torres as Zoe Washburn. Date of birth, April 25, 1969. Active since 1992. Actor, Gina Torres was born in New York City. After starring in Cleopatra 2525 and playing Zoe Washburn in Firefly, she re-teamed with Joss Whedon in Angel, where she played Jasmine. In 2004, Torres played Julia Milliken in 24, and her next big role arrived in 2006 when she played Cheryl Carrera in Standoff. Torres was cast as Jessica Pearson in Suits in 2011, and she later played Phyllis Crawford in Hannibal, Lauren in Westworld, Jessica Pearson in Pearson, and Tommy Vega in 911, Lone Star. Torres' performance in Firefly also boosted her career in film. Torres played Cass in The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, reprised her role as Zoe in Serenity, played Brenda Cooper in I Think I Love My Wife, voiced Superwoman in Justice League, Crisis on Two Earths, and played Darcy Vale in Netflix's The Perfect Find. Character, Zoe Washburn is the second-in-command on board Serenity, a wartime friend of Mal, and thus the one he trusts the most, and Wash's wife. Zoe is one of the strongest female characters in Firefly in every sense, as she's a skilled fighter but is also very intelligent. Alan Tudyk as Hoban Washburn. Date of birth, March 16, 1971. Active since 1997. Actor, Alan Tudyk was born in El Paso, Texas. Following his time in Firefly as Hoban Washburn, Tudyk's career has continued in both film and TV, combining live-action performances with voice work. On the big screen, Tudyk played Tucker in Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, Ian McClellan Hunter in Trumbo, K2SO in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Mr. Darling in Peter Pan and Wendy, and voiced Alistair Cray in Big Hero 6, Here High in Moana and Moana 2, Ego in 2019's Aladdin, Cosmo in The Electric State, and different characters in Frozen 2 on TV. Tudyk's most notable roles post-Firefly have been Pastor Terry Veal in Arrested Development, Dr. Werner in Suburgatory, Reagan Biskane in Newsreaders, Van Wayne in Powerless, Eric Morden in Doom Patrol, Dr. Harry Vanderspiegel in Resident Alien, and he has voiced main characters in Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Harley Quinn, Transformers, Earthspark, Ark, the animated series, and Creature Commandos. Character, Wash is Serenity's pilot and Zoe's husband, and sometimes shows jealousy over Zoe and Mal's close relationship. More often than not, Wash provides comedic relief. Dual state as Kaylee Fry. Date of birth, June 2, 1982. Active since 1991. Actor, Jewel State was born in White Rock, British Columbia. Before Firefly, State was known for playing Catalina in Space Cases, Becca Fisher in Flash Forward, and Daisy in Higher Ground. After Firefly, State played Jennifer Keller in Stargate Atlantis, Raquel Westbrook in the LA Complex, and Abigail Bianchi in Family Law. On the big screen, after reprising her role as Kaylee in Serenity, State appeared in the movies After Dusk They Come, She Who Must Burn, 40 Below and Falling, and How to Plan an Orgy in a Small Town. Character: Kaylee is the ship's mechanic, and though she has no formal training, she keeps Serenity running. Kaylee is considered the heart of the ship thanks to her sweetness and kind heart. Morena Baccarin as Enora Serra. Date of birth: June 2, 1979. Active since 2001. Actor: Morena Baccarin was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Baccarin's big break was playing Enora in Firefly, a role that opened many doors for her on TV and film. In the former, she had a guest role in The OC as Maya Griffin, after which she played Audria in Stargate SG-1, Anna in V, Jessica Brody in Homeland, Leslie Tompkins in Gotham, and Mickey Fox in Fire Country. On the big screen, Baccarin's most notable roles are Audria in Stargate, The Ark of Truth, Vanessa in all 3 Deadpool movies, and the Sorceress of Castle Grayskull in Masters of the Universe. Character: Enora is a companion, who is a high society courtesan, and she rents and works out of one of Serenity's small shuttles. Due to her job and high social standing, she confers some legitimacy to the crew, and there's obvious romantic tension between her and Mal. Adam Baldwin as Jane Cobb. Date of birth: February 27, 1962. Active since 1980. Actor: Adam Baldwin was born in Winnetka, Illinois. Baldwin's break arrived in the 1980s with the movies My Bodyguard and Full Metal Jacket. After playing Jane in Firefly, Baldwin played Marcus Hamilton in Angel, Danny Love in The Inside, Chad Shelton in Daybreak, John Casey in Chuck, and Captain Slattery in The Last Ship. On the big screen, Baldwin's most notable projects are Gospel Hill, Insight, War of the Worlds, Goliath, and American Underdog.